Look up at a soft, fluffy cloud. It looks like it weighs nothing at all. That cloud weighs about 500 tons, roughly 100 elephants, floating over your head.
So here's the real question.
If it's that heavy, why doesn't it just fall on you? First, a cloud isn't a puff of cotton. It's a huge volume of air holding tiny droplets of water. Each droplet is unbelievably small, about 1/100th of a millimeter across.
But there are trillions of them.
Spread through a cloud the size of a small town.
Where does all that water come from?
It starts as invisible vapor in warm air near the ground.
The air rises,
Cools, and the vapor condenses onto tiny specks of dust. A cloud is born,
add all that water up,
and the numbers get silly. Let's actually weigh a cloud.
a typical fair weather cloud,
Is about 1 cubic kilometer of air,
pack it with its usual water content,
and you get around 500,000 kilograms,
that's the same as 100 elephants.
all hanging in the air at once.
And a big storm cloud?
That can weigh more than 1,000,000 tons. Genuinely.
So back to the big mystery.
All that weight, and it just sits there. How?
The trick is,
That the weight isn't in one lump. It's split into trillions of specks.
and for something that
Tiny, air is not empty space. Air pushes back. Hard.
for a full-size raindrop,
Gravity wins easily and it falls. For a cloud droplet, the two nearly cancel.
so a droplet doesn't plummet.
It drifts down at about 1 centimeter per second.
At that speed,
It would take a droplet hours to reach the ground, if nothing stopped it.
but something does stop it.
Warm air is constantly rising from the ground below. That updraft moves faster than the droplets fall. So the whole cloud is held up, like a ball on a fountain. The cloud is basically a crowd of tiny things falling so slowly that the wind wins.
So if the droplets are held up forever,
Why does it ever rain?
because droplets bump into each other,
And merge. Small ones become bigger ones.
it takes about 1,000,000 cloud droplets.
To make one raindrop.
Once a drop is big enough,
Gravity finally beats the updraft. And it falls for real.
that's all rain is.
The cloud getting heavy enough in one spot to let go.
And most of a cloud's water.
Never even makes it down. It evaporates on the way.
One more thing everyone gets wrong.
Why is a cloud white in the first place?
The droplets,
Scatter every color of sunlight equally. All colors mixed back together look white.
so when a cloud turns dark
Gray, it hasn't changed color. It's just gotten thick. A thick cloud blocks the sunlight from passing through, so its underside looks dark.
and here's a fun one.
Fog is not its own thing. Fog is just a cloud sitting on the ground.
So the sky above you,
Isn't empty. It's carrying millions of tons of water. Quietly.
held up by nothing,
But tiny sizes and rising air. 100 elephants, balanced on a breeze.
so next time a cloud drifts by,
Remember what's really floating up there. Try not to think about it during a picnic.